Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to this reading. We're going to see how we can live a more balanced life for each pile, okay? So what you can do and also what things are coming your way to ensure that you live a more balanced life. We have 4 piles and 4 crystals that you can choose from. The first one is an Angel Aura crystal. It is blue and champagne gold. Then the next pile is an emerald. It is dark green with some black flecks. Pile 3 is a Sunstone. It shines in the light. Unfortunately, I don't have very bright sunlight today, so you can't see it too obviously, but it shines real awesome. And the fourth one is Tiger's Eye. Okay, now I know it can be quite tempting to choose based on what crystal you like, based on the appearance, but you do need to make sure to choose with your intuition. So if you're not exactly sure how you can engage that, you can click on the video in the ribbon above and that will guide you through it. But if you've already chosen and you're ready with, what pile you want to listen to, the timestamps are in the description box and also the comments. Make your choice and we'll get started. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this Angel Aura stone. This is blue and champagne gold, as you can see, and this helps with prosperity, speaking clearly, speaking your own truth, etc., activating the throat chakra, basically, okay, and also a little bit of the solar plexus with the yellow there. Yeah. Okay, so let's see how you can be more in balance. We're just straight away going to get you some advice cards and then we'll take it from there based on what we get, okay? So how can pile 1 be in more balance, please? How can they be in more balance? How can you live a more balanced life? All those things. Okay, we have Cardinal. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. Okay. And we have also the Raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. Okay, so it looks like the universe itself is helping you out with this quest. Okay, it is asking you to take charge of your life. If you have trouble doing so, this is further encouragement that you need to start doing that, because ultimately you're the only one living your life, right? Also, this is suggesting that the opportunities that come your way, which elevate you to a leadership role, whether it is in the house or in the workplace or in a relationship, whatever it may be, in whatever scenario it shows up, in either case you're being compelled to go ahead and take it and just experience yourself through it. Okay, so it's very interesting. This here is about stepping into your own authenticity and not shying away from your own voice. And we have that type of vibe going on there. Wonderful. How can pile 1 be more in balance, please? We'll get you some tarot cards. How can they be more in balance? Pile 1. Okay. We have a couple of cards that came out. We have 7 of Wands, which is again listening to your gut instincts and not paying attention to anyone else's opinions or okay, it's my life. Okay, great. So you believe otherwise, that's fine. You can believe whatever you want to, and I will do whatever feels truly correct for me. I don't need to care about each and every other person. It's like haters gonna hit. What are you gonna do? Right? Let them. Sure. Okay. No problem. Do whatever you want. Right? Then we have the Knight of Wands. This is passionate. This is creative. This is being bold and very confident. Okay? Like going out for adventures and not saying no to any of them. Not shying away from any of them. Just stepping into that vibe that, you know what, I am gonna have fun. You know what, I will do what I want to do. Okay, and I do not care how many people it goes against, because it's not to be rebellious for the heck of it. Okay, it's just something that you need to do. You need to do, you want to do. And even if it does not agree with society or family or whoever, it's okay, because again, like as humans we forget that We are also spirits, and we are not bound to a certain career path or a certain type of relationship or a certain surrounding, right? We can always mold and grow and change and see what fits for the experience we came here to have. And if that means going out and traveling, let's say, once things open up and things are much better, you can do that. Obviously, be a little bit careful, but it's possible. Okay, but if this is also a metaphorical adventure, that's obviously as well very much possible. Okay, now the King of Swords is a leadership position, again, a thought leader, gaining wisdom, using your intuition, using your dedication to get ahead in life, and not relying on other people, and being the master of your own will. Okay, I want to create some things, therefore I will. However hard it gets, I'll just fight harder, no problem. Because it's not being tough. Nothing is being tough to, hurt you. It is being tough so you're more seasoned and you gain more out of that experience. There was this story, I'm suddenly remembering this. There was some type of king, it's an Indian folk tale, I think. Okay, and there was Chanakya, so this is something in BC. I don't remember the king's name, oh goodness. It's been forever since I saw this story, but anyway, Chanakya says he was a very, sage, okay, he was quite wise and very smart, very clever. So he told his king that, listen, there is this quest you have to go on before you become a king. So basically, he was a prince at that time. You need to go on this quest. There is a magical sword in this cave, okay? But the path there is very, very perilous. But if you get that sword, then there is nothing stopping your kingdom from safety, okay? It will always be safe, all the people will be prosperous, etc., etc. So you must do that, and you must prove your worth in order to be crowned king. So this prince is like, okay, sure, no problem. He was quite brave and courageous, and this was basically like, yeah, so you gotta do that, right? So he went on this quest, and it was extremely perilous. Nobody knows if he's going to come back alive or not. It was such a massive risk. And there were like so many I don't know, okay? I don't know what exactly. Natural forces, also like demons and things like that, right? So obviously most of these are metaphorical, given it's mythical, but I don't know. Who knows? We hardly have any proof for, our recent knowable history. Forget about this. But in either case, he goes into the cave, gets that sword, and comes back, okay? That sword here. So Chanakya, then the prince is like, okay, what's magical about this? Let's try. He's trying all weird stuff, to get the magic out of it, basically. And then Chanakya is like, it's not the sword that is magic. Okay, it's not the sword that is going to protect your kingdom. It is you, the person you became by going through that journey. That's who is going to protect the kingdom. Okay, if you would not have gotten through it, in either case, you were no good. But because Chanakya knew that this king is going to be good, and this journey is just going to make him that much better, in order to be, competent enough to rule his entire kingdom, he was confident enough to send this prince there, right? So that's the little story there, okay? That very much reminded me of the King of Swords. So don't be shy, don't be afraid of any difficulties that come along the way, because you will surpass them. You will, and you will come out stronger. You will learn so much more. And come on, think back, right? Any challenges you've had in life, you have. At that point, it seemed impossible to surpass it. And I don't know how I'm going to make it out of this. Sometimes we've even said this for school examinations, right? But we did it. Somehow we did it, whether the first time or the second time or the third time. In either case, we completed what we needed to complete, right? So in either case, you learn, and that's the whole point of things, okay? And through your learning, you become the leader of your own life. And no one else has a say in the journey that you have been through, because only you know what you have experienced. Yeah, so having trust in that and using your experience to express yourself. Again, expression through this. Yeah, very surprising how the crystals kind of already explain the cards that we're gonna get. We have Knight of Swords. Again, 2 knights, very action-oriented. Knight of Swords is super ambitious. Go forward with your dreams. Whatever it is you want to achieve, go for it. Don't be hasty. Obviously, these two come with the warning that don't be hasty. Think about it with the King of Swords, but don't, pull back. Don't overthink, or don't put yourself away, and you don't let fear dominate, basically. Okay, think things through. That's never a bad idea. That always is recommended. Maybe figure out some things along the way, but for the way, but also realize that there will be more things that pop up, and you will need to deal with them as and when you proceed. Okay, so this can be some of you thinking that you need to, move away, and it's not really appreciated where you stay. I know that there can be some really traditional families, for example, who don't like it if their children move away too far. Then there is another thing that career-wise as well, like if you want to do something else but you studied something else, it's fine, so what? I know it's easier said than done, I get that, but this is urging you very much to go ahead and do it. It's going to be very, very fruitful. Okay. It's like, I feel a sense of, tug of war kind of happening inside you. Again, with any type of category, it's a general reading, so take it as it resonates. But there is a push and pull of what you want to do versus what you need to do, and what you're told you can do versus what you believe you can do. There is a contrast which kind of hinders you from moving forward, and also caring about what others think for some of you. And you know what, there's nothing wrong with that. People very easily, just shove it away that, hey, you should not ever care what others think. But it is something that, we as humans are programmed to be. We are a creature of community, right? We don't survive alone. We never have. So it is natural. It is very, very natural to wonder or to care about what others think. But to the point where it paralyzes you, that's where the problem is, right? So make sure that does not happen. If it doesn't, then great. This is more of an encouragement. But if it does, then it's time to do some, inner work, see where you're being led, and get some courage along the way. Ask for courage, okay? There's nothing wrong in asking for courage, right? Okay. Let's see more. How can pile 1 be more in balance? Pile 1. How can they be more in balance? Yes, we have Lilith. So raw, primal, subconscious, and repressions. Exactly. That's exactly what I was feeling there. So kind of like, I know what I want, but it's kind of like tucked away very conveniently so as to not upset anyone else. You kind of repress it away, you push it away, you kind of deny yourself this thing, but because it is really real to you, it keeps popping up. There's no other way. If something is real, the truth has a way of revealing itself, right? In one way or another, in time, sooner or later, it will reveal itself, right? So this here is kind of like, it keeps popping up from time to time that you want to do something else, or you want to be someone else, you want to be with someone else or somewhere else, but you kind of push it aside because it's not, feasible, or you're not. It's easier to ignore it, you feel, but it's not. It's not easier to ignore, because then there is internal conflict. It's just a matter of choice. In either case, conflict will be there. Do you want it to be external or internal? Right? That's your choice there. Okay? Next. This is also very much resonating with the Knight of Wands, Lilith, because the raw passions, raw energies, the primal instincts of you to, just shed yourself free and to just go for whatever it is or wherever it is that you want to go and be. Yeah, that's as well there. More cards, please. How can pile 1 be more in balance? Whoops. There's too many cards, but this one we have. Okay. We have South Node. Past life, comfort, resource, instinct again, and familiar. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. So why you're being urged so much to follow this path is because this is a talent you've had before. Okay, or this is something that you were supposed to do before in one of your past lives, if you believe that, and you're not able to express it. Okay, you're not given the chance, or you did not take the step, etc. So this is another chance for you to do that. That's why the more you ignore it, the stronger it will get from within, because the soul really wants to experience this. Okay, so wants to be free, wants to learn things, wants to expand, wants to be ambitious and go for things, reach for the stars, all of those things. And it's nothing superficial. In no way am I feeling superficiality. So it is something significant and important for your spirit. Okay, and it came here to experience it in the past life. Although I'm not feeling like it was the major priority, although it would have been awesome if that was also done. But because that one part was incomplete, right now you have another chance. And there are, like, I think everyone has one or two of these things. I don't know about everyone. Actually, I do one of these things. So it comes very naturally to you. You feel very called to do it, but it's still a bit of like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Because you've not expressed it before, so it's still a new thing to embark upon. Okay, so that's how you know that it's coming from somewhere else. Okay, but you feel good doing this or being like this, etc. Whatever is instinctual to you, it will feel very familiar, as though, why haven't you been doing this forever? You know? And you will be provided with a lot of guidance and support, resources as well, with the Raven and the resource part of the South Node along the journey. So don't worry about each and every step along the way. If you're making any changes in career or even moving out of the current home situation or country or whatever, because you don't need to know every single thing from now itself. All you need to see is what's in front of you, what your gut instinct tells you, and learn to trust it, to follow it. Okay, that's a very important part. And after that, you will get, longer time vision. This King of Swords is about having a broad vision, a broad understanding, being able to foresee things, not in a very intuitive sense, but more from experience, from knowledge, right? So that's as well something coming through. It will happen as you go further into this journey, but for right now, it is more like, hey, you know what? You first need to believe in your own passion. Anything else? Anything else for how can they be more in balance? Okay, we got Leo. Again, that's the leadership zodiac. Being out on the platform in the sun. The sun rules Leo. The sun is basically the life source. You can't contest with the sun, really. So a lot of fiery energy again. So there's passion and drive and ambition. And fixed sign is that they're quite stubborn. Okay, if they want something, they're gonna get it. They're gonna make full efforts to get to that point, and they will achieve it. Okay, through whether it is through confidence or charisma or actual effort or whatever, they're gonna make it. Okay, so that again, like, step into your inner Leo. Everyone has it in some part of their chart, so just step into that part wherever this house is. Probably that's important for you. Okay, then we have North Node, we have South Node, and the North Node. Life mission, hidden talents. There you go. There you go. Destination. Exactly. So what you were not able to finish in the past life is now something that you need to hone into. Yeah? It became a major part of your mission I'm not going to say that that's it. That's the whole of the life mission. We don't really come with one particular thing. It's many different projects that we can complete. But it is definitely a very, very significant part of the mission. Okay, and we have 6th house. I was gonna say Leo in 6th house at that time. I don't know why. So it could be in the 6th house or 3rd house. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, we have the 6th house. This is about work, employment. How are you of service to other people? What do you contribute to the society? Right? So generally it speaks of employment. So in a company, you are playing your part in order to, you know, fulfill a bigger role, etc. So it's not the big picture itself, but it is a step towards it. Yeah, so it also rules your income source and all of that. So yeah, that's something to look at. Also taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. 6th house rules health as well, so take care of your health. And because, you know, inner conflict, stress is never good, right? Stress is never good. But it just, we have such a hard time, you know, dealing with stress and understanding the stress and getting rid of it, trying to keep it out of it, because, well, yeah, it is kind of embedded in society now, unfortunately. But it is definitely our job to not blame each and everything outside of us and kind of take charge for ourselves, right? So this can be being your own leader at work. This can be you stepping into a leadership role that is very passionate for you. Just go ahead and take it. You know, that's as well represented here. Okay, what does pile 1 need to hear right now about balance? What would help them right now? With achieving greater balance. Pile 1. Sometimes this deck answers like super quick, and sometimes it just won't. I don't know why. And at other times it just spews out 10 cards. Okay, let me try again. We got like 7 cards, so that's too much. Pile 1. What would help them, please? Okay, got it. I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. Okay, this is very self-explanatory. You can use these cards as affirmations as well to keep reminding yourself, right? So this is, again, to not go for fear, not care about fear, because it's the ego's construct. It is a way to keep yourself safe. Obviously, I'm not saying just go jump off a building and nothing will happen. Don't be scared of heights or something, no. But something that really holds you back in life. Not gonna say that that's good, right? And I choose again, I choose love. In this love, this means trust, faith, hope, bliss, harmony, all of that. Okay, just your connection with the universe, and yeah, keeping faith, staying high vibe as best as you can. Yeah, just instead of thinking what can go wrong, think about what can go right. And if it goes right, how would your life change? Right? That's something like you just flip a switch. I choose love no matter what. Exactly. I choose love. I choose love. That's like further re-emphasizing, dude, just do what you love. Okay? That's as well something, right? Do what makes you feel passionate and feel loved for yourself. Okay? You don't need other people telling you. Again, with the 7 of Wands, you don't need other people saying anything to you. You can be who you want to be, and you can love yourself for that. Right? You don't have to be perfect in order to love yourself. Yeah? Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. I hope these messages helped you out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested, you can always reach me via Etsy for a personal reading. The link will be in the description box and the comment below. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You chose this green emerald. It's quite a deep green and I absolutely love it. This is used to connect to your heart chakra. It's used to, open up your compassion, your empathy, and also your mind as well. So basically for emotional and mental stability, alleviate stress, etc. Okay, also really good for prosperity, feelings of abundance and peace, harmony in general, all those things. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to get you some advice cards, some guidance messages, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so for Pile 2, please, how can they be more in balance? How can Pile 2 be more in balance, please? How can Pile 2 be more in balance? Oh, okay. We got 3 cards already. We have Canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. That's wonderful. Then we have the White Eagle. The connection to divine guidance is within you. And we also have embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. Okay, so dance and movement can be literal dancing. It can also be exercising. It is also including expression. Okay, combined with Canary and White Eagle, it's like, you need to let them flow. You need to move your ideas forward, because you can get a lot of inspiration from here and there, but if you do not put them down, they're eventually going to disappear from your mind, and that is not doing justice to any of these wonderful ideas that you have. Or just your thought process might be unique. The way you express yourself is unique, even though you yourself do not believe that. This is encouraging you that, hey, if you have an idea, if you have some type of thought process that you have been thinking about, some inspiration, some creative aspect you've been thinking about, it's not necessarily to monetize something or something. This video is not about direct profit or gain or something. No, this is for you to live your life in a more balanced way, such that you feel good about yourself and the lifestyle that you're maintaining. Okay, so yeah, this is about expressing yourself and trusting that what you have to say is not gibberish. Okay, it is something of value. It will provide some insight, some other inspiration, provide motivation to other people as well, so it is, again, this is very similar to Pile 1 in this type of message, that you have to be a little bit more authentic in the way that you express yourself. So if you're not feeling happy about something, just say it. Even though it seems as though that's stepping on someone's toes and that will not make everyone happy, that's okay, right? So there is power in finding your voice. Speak up. Then embrace the power of dance. So like writing, painting, drawing, sketching, dancing, anything at all, because even though these things don't always seem directly like they are going to, they're a form of expression, but they really are, right? That's the point of creativity. Yeah, okay, let's get you some tarot cards and we're going to see more in detail. Okay, for Pile 2, how can they be more in balance? Okay, we got 3 cards already. We're gonna get some more, but yeah, we have the Temperance. So this is doing things in moderation, keeping patient with yourself, with other people, with life itself, and transforming the shadowy qualities or things that hold you back into something of a strength. Okay, so realizing that, okay, so I'm really afraid about what other people might think of me if I say so and so things, or I'm afraid of what the outcome would be if I, do this now. If I spend more time doing other creative things aside from the job and etc., then I won't have that much time left for family or friends or any other priorities that you have. That is something that holds you back. Even though you want to do something, it's something that's a bit of a pullback. So how can you adjust things such that you are able to do this and there is no suppression coming from it? Right? So that is the movement of the fears and insecurities of the shadowy, other darker, denser vibes into something that is light and like sunshine, something that brings you joy and uplifts your mood. This yellow over here as well, it is related with the solar plexus, so that solar plexus is very masculine dominated. It's more of like active, doing things, making things happen, feeling confident and laying down the structures, knowing that I can do it, I will do it. Those are related with solar plexus. And that's what the orientation needs to be towards, okay? You need to make it happen. That type of thing. You don't need to rush, not at all. Keep it steady, no problem. But you need to start taking action. Okay? Alright. Now, the Hermit card. This is like perfectly, this is the tarot version of the white eagle. The connection to divine guidance is within you. So any help you need, this is an encouragement to connect with your spirit. It's again letting your authenticity shine, but before you can let it shine, you need to know what that authenticity is, right? Who are you really? Okay, so this is something that can come through via meditation, and again you can embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. So this can be a method, the grouse can be a method for you to connect with your spirit even deeper. I know that I've read here and there, I don't know anyone personally, but many times it's like while you are drawing something, anything at all, it can be a very abstract thing, while you are drawing you get into a very meditative flow, and by the end of it, it has been a meditative experience where you actually feel more profound than you did before you started the sketch. Same goes for dance, when you do it very mindfully, feel the rhythms and you just move along with the rhythms, it becomes very tantric, right? That is, you're so deeply connected with your body and spirit, and that's what we are, right? We're body and spirit. So when you are able to combine that, that's where you get your fullest expression. Yeah, so this is something real deep and kind of got a layered meaning in this reading, so nice, really good. This is something that will help meditation, prayers, introspection, living life with more balance, being able to, and this will actually help with the transmuting shadowy qualities into the strengths, right? So I feel like there is a lot of untapped potential within you, and this is encouraging you to kind of bring them out. And we have 8 of Pentacles. This is crazy. This is like working on your craft, spend time on it. And it is not going to be over in one flash. You will not be an expert on one day. No, nothing happens that easily. But when you want it enough, you will work for it. You will work towards it. You will put in even 5 minutes a day of an effort. Okay? So this is what the 8 of Pentacles is. You keep doing the same thing again and again and again and again in order to perfect it, in order to become, artists and visionaries, they have an idea of what they want to be, of what they want to create for themselves, for the world, for the craft itself, right? And they try to replicate that vision. And that replication is what takes them decades. But when the final work is done, they don't need to say anything because the work speaks for itself. That is the 8 of Pentacles. You are putting yourself, a part of yourself, in that work piece by deliberately and mindfully working on it every single day, even if it is 2 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. Eight of Pentacles is also about, actually doing something, not just thinking it and leaving it aside, not feeling it and leaving it aside, but rather putting it down to pen and paper or paint and crayon. So anything at all, just about anything. But this is making practical, actionable efforts towards making it a physical reality. Okay. You could do this during nighttime. There's a lot about night happening here. You could be a night person as well. But if you have some time there, and perhaps you have a little bit of a tolerance between, of when you have to go to sleep for the next day. Everyone's in a different stage of life. So yeah, if that applies to you, then again, the moon cycles are suggesting that it's going to take you a fortnight perhaps to, really get the hang of something. But work on it, no problem. Let it take its own sweet time, because this is something for you, right? This is not directly, again, it's not directly associated with the income or the, your house will change and that will change. I'm not saying any of that. This is for you to be able to live very well with realizing who you are. And that's usually where we are happy, not by following the definition of the outside world, right? But the good thing is, this can lead to something of monetization if you want it to. Okay, if you don't want it to stay just a hobby, you want to make something out of it, you definitely can, because Pentacles always suggest money as well. Okay, I'm going to get you some more tarot cards. How else can pile 2 be more in balance in their everyday lives? How can they live a more balanced life? Yeah, 10 of Cups. We got the 10 of Cups. Living a more blissful life. Finding what makes you really, really happy. What gives you fulfillment. Follow that. This is rainbows, sunshine, good weather. Nobody hates any of that, right? So what is it that makes you feel so good all the time? What is your happy place? Yeah? That is something as well. So follow your bliss, do what makes you happy, and automatically all of these things are just going to play out. I feel like because these 2 major arcanas came out first, I feel like this is a life lesson that you are currently learning since a while now. So this is more of that. But it's also giving me the feel that you're on the right track. It's just giving you more ideas as to how you can proceed from this point onward. But whatever, whether you have started already or you are going to start, whatever the case is, these 2 cards are a very important lesson for you, requiring patience, requiring stillness, requiring introspection, meditation, learning about yourself, because this temperance here, the crown chakra is lit up, right? So they are fully aware. The temperance is fully aware of what their shadow qualities are and what their light qualities are. And once you're aware, you can really mix things around, right? When you're comfortable with both sides. Today itself, I was talking to my friend, and it was like, yeah, when you know both sides, for example, you understand the value of structure and discipline and scheduling, all of those things. And you also know the value of letting things flow and allowing things to come in. And when you should do all of that, you can really play around with both of these things. You can adapt, you can change things around in your own physical setting, and also your mindset. You're more free to play around with things. And that's what temperance is. You have to be first aware in order to do something about that. Right? So these 2 cards are a big theme in your life right now. So take the lessons as they come. The astrological setup is as well like that for the foreseeable future, at least till the end of 2021. So grab all the lessons while you can, because the actions you take from 2022 onwards are going to be aligned based on the lessons you learn now, at least until 2025. Okay? And this is a really important time period. It can feel as though, oh, can we just skip ahead and just not bother with, all of this? Yeah, let's get by. Getting by is not going to help you squeeze out all the learnings that you can, because this with the white eagle this is a divine card. White eagle, white swan, white... Why do I always forget the other 2? But there are 4 cards like this out of the whole thing here. You saw this, right? Out of all of this, we have 4 of these white birds, and all of them are a divine connection to yourself, to the universe, to intuition, to healing. In all of those cases, it's divine. It's very, very pure, and it goes to a very soul level. It connects you with the universe. It's extremely vast to put into words that we can actually fathom, but it is unfathomable. And that's what we are. We are a reservoir and, an ocean of infinite knowledge inside us, and we give ourselves very little credit for having that, just because we cannot remember. So this here is kind of a reminder. You will get random feelings, random thoughts, and you will remember certain things that help you actually to move away from any shadowy energies. It's like, why can't I speak up? Why am I shy to express myself? What is wrong with expressing myself? Nothing. There's nothing wrong at all. But for some reason, you always held back or pulled back. I'm not saying other people suppress you, even though that definitely can be the case, but it's not strictly that. It can be you holding yourself back as well because you fear certain things, and there's nothing wrong with fear. But again, I said this in the first pile as well, if it paralyzes you to the point where you cannot express yourself, there is no point. Okay? Fear is only designed to keep us safe, because we're not actually literally invincible. That's the only function of fear. It's not meant to push us down and just dim our light or anything as such. This, with the Hermit as well, you can notice that this person, this lady, does not need the lantern here. She just kept it during the climb. She just left it there. She doesn't need it because she is light itself. She's going to light her own way. She doesn't need anything external, even though it's the middle of the night. Right? She is illuminated. That's the thing. I know it is a little bit deep and philosophical, but there is no way around it when you get so many major arcana cards, actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna get you some astrology cards. Perhaps we get a bit more details. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of philosophy, especially when the topic of the tarot is also like this, right? Okay. How can pile 2 be more in balance? Okay, we have Mars. Again, we have passion, anger, action, courage, desire, and competition. Yes, this competition stuck out for once. I always, generally, when Mars comes in, I look at the passion and the action. But in this case, I feel more competition with the Eight of Pentacles. Competing with your own self to do better than you were yesterday. Okay? This can be related to the craft itself, but it can also be about your own awareness. I want to do something today which makes me better than I was yesterday. So taking little but actionable steps one by one, be it mental action or emotional action, a spiritual action or a physical action. In either case, you are moving towards something that fulfills you, something that inspires you, and something that improves you forever. You do one little thing that improves you today, and therefore you are, in competition with your past or your yesterday's self or something. Okay? So much that after a point in time, let's say 6 months, you can confidently look back and say that, yes, I have definitely improved. The version I am today is much, much better, according to me. I'm prouder of myself today, after 6 months. That's awesome. Okay, we have IC. So private self, home life, and childhood. So this IC is usually in the 4th house cusp, which is associated with home and family and ancestry, other roots, etc. So this is kind of coming home to yourself. This is something super private. The Hermit, other people cannot know what you are really thinking, your thought process, the things you contemplate, the depth with which you feel things. Other people cannot ever understand that. It is the most private self that you can get. Even if you want to, you can't make someone understand it. It's not for the sake that other people don't care and they don't want to know. No, you can't explain even if you want to. It's that deep, right? So getting to know that part of yourself is again being reiterated. I'm going to get some more astrology cards, actually. Some more, please. Can I have some more information for pile 2? Can Pile 2 be more in balance? So taking a look at your private self, your childhood as well, some childhood traumas as well might be holding you back. Perhaps when you had ideas, we have Leo, so this is owning up to your individuality. So yeah, getting back, when you were a child and perhaps you were talkative, right? Or you were very, very active in your parents or society or school or whatever, really were always like, oh, you talk too much, you do this too much, you should not talk this much, just shut up and, don't, just be quiet, sit there, or something like that, Or you were shamed because of the ideas you had, because you were too out there and not too much of a part of what was agreeable in your class. So whatever it may be, it does have an impact in the longer run, even though at that time it feels like, yeah, okay, whatever. It is something that stays with us when it is done enough times, right? So no one can blame you for that. It was not in your control at that time. Childhood is never in our control in our human form, right? But as we grow up, it is our job to remove the programming that we don't need. It is our job because we're adults and you're supposed to be able to take care of yourself. I'm saying adults because, yeah, I mainly have audiences from above 18. Yes, so Leo is coming into your own light, your own confidence. Again, that is fire and fixed. So it's like staying true to your passions, to the things that you really love doing and not being apologetic about any of it. Leo is excessively creative. They belong on a stage all the time, not because they adore the spotlight, but because they feel as though they deserve it. And every Leo I've met, Sun, Moon, Rising, has some or the other talent, whether they display it or not, right? So this is kind of explore your creativity and start honing on them, because Leo being a fixed sign is, again, Mars is real happy in Leo, by the way. So it's like, oh, okay, so you want to focus in on something and get something done? All right, I'm your man, So combining the Leo's confidence with the passion, with the, the warrior-like vibe of Mars is a lethal combo to get anything done. So it's really taking charge and moving forward by yourself, for yourself. That is what is going to make you feel much more balanced within you. You just need to feel as though if you want to, you can, right? That's the vibe. Okay. Some more messages, please. Some messages. What does Pile 2 need to hear right now? What does Pile 2 need to hear right now? What does Pile 2 need to hear right now? Whoa. That's too many cards. I'm just gonna shuffle again. 2 to 3 cards, perhaps. What does Pile 2 need to hear right now? Okay. Oh, there you go. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So giving a second chance to something, even to yourself, letting go of past programming, yeah. The shadows that were made, that were created in the past, you can release them with the Temperance, with the introspection, with the Hermit there, and you can become a new person. You can see yourself for the first time. Many times we do struggle with that. I just don't like myself right now because the lifestyle is so and so. I don't have a choice to improve, blah, blah, blah. Many reasons because of which we don't like ourselves, and we always tend to blame the external situation for that. And yes, it is usually triggered by the external situation, but it generally goes much, much deeper than that. And in this case, it does go deeper. So that's fine. Again, there is zero judgment anywhere. That there's no use of judging anything. Rather, if you're not happy with something, it is time to look at where is the root of the problem, and let's uproot that thing. Right? So going deeper, looking at where does the shadow originate. And once you know that, you can get rid of it. right? Simply the knowledge, the awareness of that shadowy aspect and the cause, the real cause of it, is extremely powerful. Awesome. This was real deep, but yeah, I hope it helped. If you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you again some other time. If you enjoy the reading, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, take care. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. It shows this wonderful, shining sunstone. So, this is for charisma, optimism, a lot of confidence, plenty of personal strength, embracing your personal power, awakening your personal gifts, and following through with them, okay? It also dispels fear, where you are unafraid to shine, okay? Obviously connected with the sun, so you can imagine all those qualities will be there, and it is associated with the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. So sacral is more about flowing with life, being able to trust your the own rhythms that you have of your own body, the way that you want to flow with life, and also how much you resist to the calls of the universe, to the surprises that come your way. How do you deal with that, right? So that's associated there. And also solar plexus is more about taking action, doing something about the things you want to do, right? So this is a really good combination of the divine feminine part associated with sacral and the divine masculine part more associated with the solar plexus. Okay, so we're going to see how you can be more in balance. First I will get you a guidance, and then we will move on to tarot, astrology, and also we'll see what you need to hear right now. So, can I please have some guidance for Pile 3? How can they be more balanced in their everyday lives? How can they be in more balance? What will help them be more in balance, please? Pile 3. Sunstone. Pile 3, Sunstone. Oops, too many cards. Okay, we got one card. Let's see. Okay, new rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Exactly. This is a personification perfectly with the sunstone there. I told you new rhythms. How do you follow the rhythms of your own self? That includes your routines, includes the emotions you feel as well, and also how you deal with those emotions. But this is talking about developing more of a flowiness in your everyday life, kind of having things in one process, such that your mind is not always actively occupied. For example, it does happen that when we are in a hurry, we forget our keys or our jacket or some other thing inside the house, and we have to go in and out many times, and that becomes very chaotic. And not only does it look chaotic, but it feels chaotic to you, right? And that's not a fun thing to feel. And even though we don't really notice that, it does affect us, right? So it's kind of having a nice system that, okay, on the way out, you do this, you do that, and I generally forget this, so do not forget this, keep it somewhere that I will always remember. Things like that are going to really free up your mind and also help you have a better flow in your daily processes. This was just a very small example, but this can also be about your eating habits, your sleeping habits, or just how do you work, and are you drinking enough water, and how can you adjust all of that. So it can be very little things, but each thing makes a big difference, right? Also, this is talking about new opportunities coming in, which changes the routine that you currently have. And this is saying that whatever changes these are actually going to help you to develop a smoother, a healthier routine for yourself. Okay, so trust that everything is fine and make some changes around it. Welcome the changes and do what is necessary in order to allow these new things to come in. And that is what the sunstone again is, right? We talked about flow and we talked about doing something about it. Okay, more cards, please. Any more guidance? Any more guidance for pile 3? How can they balance themselves? Okay. We have Falcon. Use your keen perception and skill in making decisions, so do not delay. So it is kind of, again, the decision making is as well very divine masculine. It's like, okay, solidify yes or no. So this new rhythm that is coming through, it is kind of your choice whether you want to take it or not. For example, if a promotion is coming through or a new job offer is coming through, we'll see what the specifics are. But these things, then it is your choice whether you want to take it or not, right? But use your perception, try to see beyond what is being told to you and what is being displayed in the adverts or something, right? Because you do have these skills of observation, you have some experience in this area of whatever this new rhythm is. This can be something in school as well, college as well. It doesn't matter where you are in life, it just still applies because it's changing your routine, right? And you need to make the choice of whether you want to take it or not. So if you're in college and you have to choose an elective, then you have to see if it is way too much trouble for the amount of credits you're getting, right? That's something you need to think about. So you do have the skill to make that type of decision. So trust that and see what fits for you, see what agrees for you, for your future plans, etc. Because Falcon has an amazing vision, right? It can see very, very far into the distance. So that is symbolic of look at the bigger picture before you make the decision. That is the keen perception. Observe, you have to wait for the right time, and you have to see what is correct for the foreseeable future, the plans that you have for your life. Okay, we'll get you some tarot cards now, see what this is all in reference to. Okay, how can pile 3 be more in balance, please? I have a few cards. Pile 3, Sunstone, how can they be more in balance in their everyday lives, just in general? Okay, we got 3 cards again. We got this for pile 2 as well, but I think I will get a few more. Okay, we have the Devil card. Interesting. This is really good for material pursuits, actually. Like, you'll get plenty of money, that type of stuff. But it comes with the warning that don't just flow with it. You know, it can be very, very tempting. There's about temptations, addictions, having some destructive behavioral patterns as well. So you don't need to fall into those traps. Yeah, that definitely is there. So any unhealthy eating habits as well is demonstrated by the devil. It is unhealthy thought processes as well that hold you back and kind of make you feel like, oh, it's too much, it's too chaotic, it's why is all of this happening and I have no other way out. That is just not true, because it's a facade. The devil is an illusion. He's not actually holding anyone captive, but it's just so like, hey, you're stuck here, you know, you're just smooth talking fellow over here, you know, just telling you you're trapped, and then this person just believes it. So it's not a real trapping, but since it is an illusion so believable, we think that we are absolutely trapped in the way that we are living this lifestyle and that there is no other way out. Okay, for example, I know in so many places, if you're living in a hostel, not every country and every place has a lot of options for healthy food and yeah, just healthy surroundings or thought process or even habits, right? So that's something to be mindful of. You may feel like there is no other way out, but perhaps you can figure something out. It can be just maybe adding some more fruits into your diet or something. Okay. And also, this is like material speaking. If this is what you're concerned about, then this is awesome. More money and more opportunities that increase your finances. This is on the plus side, the devil is that, but expenditures as well can increase. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, we have 3 of Wands, which is excessively positive. This is one of the most positive cards, I believe, apart from the Sun and the 8 of Wands, of course. But I love this because it's optimistic. It's your manifestations coming to light. There is no exact timing as such, but it is sometime very, very soon. So in a matter of days or weeks, from whenever you watch the video, some news will come through that, you know, brings you hope and joy and optimism, and, you know, confirms that you are on the right path, you know, towards whatever it is that you're trying to build. Yes. A lot of hope. I love that. Absolutely. Okay, and we have the Judgment. Yes. So again, all of these combined, when I look at them, it is that you're releasing any negative thought patterns, you're releasing obsessive thought behaviors. So these are some things that you need to do in order to balance yourself out. Listen to your soul call more rather than the fears that hold you back. Okay, so new rhythms in the sense that you leave things that are toxic to you. This can be toxic relationships as well. The devil is a karmic situation that you're definitely, you know that this is destructive and yet you're not able to leave, is something that you definitely need to leave. Okay, so you know who you are in this. I'm not going to do a specific love segment for this. Perhaps watch some other video for that. But it is like if you're stuck in a toxic situation and you're kind of addicted to the relationship or that type of behavior from the other person, then there's time to let go, because there's a lot of different avenues and opportunities and people and everything else kind of waiting for you. A new beginning is waiting for you. So this is release and let it go. Make the decision to let it go, and that is such an important decision, right? Major arcanas, big decisions to be made, big themes being playing out. This is also about listening to the soul call. So if this is not about toxic relationship, but rather toxic job situation, toxic just your own personal habits and thoughts and mindset in general, Judgment is about listen to your spirit and tell me if it is scared. Because your spirit is not going to be scared. It's always liberated. It is always aligned with love, light, hope, optimism, faith, and harmony. It seeks harmony. That's why we feel so unpleasant when things are stressful. So don't seek harmony. Don't feed in. I'm so sorry. Don't seek disruption. Seek for harmony. And if any of these, toxicities exist, don't feed into them. Don't feed stress. As best as you can. And again, we have this falcon and flicker here, so something will come your way, that with the Three of Wands, something will come your way which will help you through this. Okay, so you're not having to do all of this by yourself without any help and no other way out. No, there will be some things that come through. You will receive external help and also guidance, but it is, again, like I said, it is your choice. You need to take it, right? Or not take it. So if you resonate with the more positive aspect of this one, that a new job is coming, a lot of money is coming through, that is going to liberate you from your current way of living, which feels as if you're trapped in a more tough situation, then that's what this is. But for some cases, this can also be that you have a better something coming up and you need to choose whether you want this one, which offers you perhaps more money and also more stress, or do you want to stay where you are and kind of follow through with some other dreams or other trajectories you have. Everyone's life is different, so take it as it resonates. But in all cases, there is an element of letting go of something. Okay, let me get you some more tarot cards and then we'll move on to astrology. Can I know a little bit more? How can pile 3 be in more balance? Okay, we have 9 of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So, staying strong and pushing through the barriers. It's kind of the final push with the 9 of Wands. This can be related to a toxic relationship for a lot of you, actually. But doesn't have to be. I'll tell you the other meaning as well. So in a toxic love situation, it's like you have to barrel through the tough conversation. You need to have that resolution within yourself that you don't want any of this toxicity in your life anymore. It does require strength. It does require willpower. That's why I believe you chose the Sunstone here. This is embracing your willpower, not being afraid to let it shine. I told that in the beginning itself. So that's something. And for others of you, this is like you're almost there. You're almost there. Okay, if you're in a tough situation, you're almost out of it. The 3 of Wands as well, like I said, very soon something positive is going to come through, which is going to, this is a card of blessed, feeling blessed as well, apart from obviously the romantic love element. This is your guide sending you love and a lot of blessings, a lot of beautiful, pure, blissful, harmonious energy here. This is opening your heart as well to new opportunities, new ideas, new people, new rhythms, new everything. Okay, Ace is beginning of a new emotional state, right? Yeah, the way you feel about life, about yourself, about the way that you're living things, you feel much, much better. It's a new beginning for each of them. So the patterns that you have been living in so far is coming to an end. So whatever comes through next, please adapt to it. You're being encouraged to trust it and adapt to it. And yeah, I don't see anything wrong at all. It is a little bit serious, but that is obviously, the topic of tarot in this video. But it is real wonderful serious, so who can complain? Yeah? Ace of Cups, that's beautiful. These two cards are some of my really, really favorite cards. Okay? Every time I'm upset and I'm doing a reading and I'm like, oh, please tell me, what can I do? When will good times come? And all that. And the Ace of Cups comes through when I'm talking personally to my spirit guides or some of my really close ancestors. And this is basically like, first of all, we love you, okay? And you're fine. Now let's get to the point and we will give you some practical advice. And then I get a few more cards. So this is really pure divine blessings over here, okay? I cannot really discount that. And the spirit, many people believe that it lives in your heart, right? So listening to your heart is something that is a place of purity, given that the heart itself is pure, obviously. But in this case, it is being purified. It is giving you a new clean slate, this new beginning, this new chapter, this new rhythm itself. New routine is giving you more space to be authentically you, and that's wonderful. It's releasing you from a tough way of being. How can pile 3 be more in balance? Wow, okay. We got 4 cards. That's perfect. It's ideal. Okay, we have Taurus. So finances, finding your comfort zone, seeing what makes you feel, again, aesthetic and good and stable and just like you found your spot, your own value system, the way you respect yourself, the way you respect your own things, right? Like you have too many things and it's very hard to respect all of them. But when you have a few things that you really, really enjoy, you are bound to take care of them very especially, right? So that's one thing that came through. But finances and other resources can really, really stabilize you. So you might be on the lookout for that. So the devil in that case is an excellent sign. Okay, then we have the second house, which is where Taurus is naturally placed. So again, more money, personal money, so income coming through. The amount of, I'm gonna say money and self-respect, self-esteem, value you put to your personal items as well. Yeah, okay. Then we have first house, so taking care of yourself, looking at your personality, your general attitude towards life itself, towards yourself, perhaps change up your appearance a little bit. That is as well somewhat related with the devil there, related with appearance and the outside, the more physical facades that we build. Facade doesn't always have to be a horrible thing. It is how we present ourselves. So the first house is kind of related with that because the ascendant lies on the cusp too. So yeah, your personality, your general attitude, your appearance, your body language, the way that you show yourself out to the world, all of those things is something that you can work on. That will make you feel better, right? Then we have 10th house. So this is related with your career, your public status. That is, the reputation that you have built or you want to build. How do you want to appear in the world? What is the work you have done for the world, right? So that's something there. So mainly it is very, very closely linked with your career that you build. So this is something as well real important, right? So your career is kind of bringing you the money and finances and making you feel much more confident and relaxed within yourself. Gives you also more space to explore. And yeah, related with food as well, the Taurus is an earth sign, so that's farming, natural food, fruits, vegetables, root vegetables, and root items, working on the root as well, connecting with nature. All of those things are associated with that. Yeah, plenty of personal value. So I feel like a lot of you kind of suffer from a little bit of a lower self-esteem. This is just absolutely perfect for you guys. Oh my god, like it's being so much reaffirmed in this reading. That's crazy. So that was very synced up, the astrological cards. Awesome. So yeah, job, money, your personal growth and development, having a healthier attitude, eating better, all those things are going to help you out plenty. And I feel like for you guys, it is more of the things that are coming from outside that are going to help you out. So I feel like that the situation you're in right now is not your doing necessarily. Of course, there is a little bit of an element, but I feel like that's as well very heavily dependent on the external situations that are going on in your life right now. So that is coming to a close so that you're able to balance yourself much better, right? So let's see what you need to hear right now. What does pile 3 need to hear right now whenever they watch this video? Pile 3. Pile 3, please. Too many cards fell out, so I'm going to shuffle again. Okay. Oneness is my true nature. Exactly. That's the judgment. That's the judgment. You're the body and the mind. You're the spirit. All those things. You're all in one. This card is as well the epitome of empathy and compassion, knowing that all things are connected and everyone is doing the best that they can as far as they know and remember, and everyone is reacting based on their own experiences and perceptions, so you can't really blame them because, yeah, you don't know how they work, right? So when you understand that all elements of judgment kind of just disappears, you all of a sudden understand, you know, and you feel that interconnectedness, that everyone's just doing what they can, you know, and that's what brings us all together then. That's a wonderful message to get. So if there is any blame, guilt, any type of dense energy that you're not able to forgive, something that not being able to forgive is kind of something that holds you back from peace, your own harmony and balance, then this is reminding you that, you know, whether you like it or not, we're all connected and we're all one. We're just in very different places in our spiritual journey, and that's why we can learn from one another, and we always have the choice whether how far we want to be, you know, associated with one person or not, because we do learn our lessons and we move on, right? So if you're stuck in a toxic situation, it is toxic and you are involved in it for a reason. You need to learn that you must respect yourself a lot more in order to get ahead in life, in order to value yourself a lot more and step into your personal power. And once you do that, even though the relationship itself was not really fun, or is not really fun at the moment, it is still saying that served its purpose. It needed to be harsh in order for you to be pushed out of, you know, how you were to being more empowered. Yeah? So that's as well something there. Then we have attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Yes, so whenever you feel attacked and pained and fearful, or someone else feels like that, just help each other out. Talk to genuine people who actually will, you know, listen without any judgment, obviously. But you can talk to them, you can think about it, yourself. You can speak to spirit, okay? This is like talking to your own inner guide, your own spirit guides, and also your ancestors and all other teams that are up there who are helping you out. Many people incarnate with us over here, so we have those really close friends who we instantly connect with, right? So they are part of our soul group, and we're learning some similar lessons together. That's why we're working here on Earth together as well. So, you know, talk to them. Ask for help, kind of really open and transparently that, hey, I feel like this and this. Not to point fingers and hate on other people, but rather, I feel like this, and that's your feeling, right? So why might that be? Explore that, discuss that, right? That's the only way you can, you know, start to resolve it and get out of that devilish energy. Yeah, and I really like the purple here as spirit, meditation, introspection, all of those things can really help you out. Purple is connected with your intuition as well. I choose love no matter what. Again, reminding you, do not hate, do not fear, do not judge anything and anyone, because that's not going to help you out. And even though it seems as though you're blaming others and nothing is pointed towards you, whatever you do unto others, it is going to be affecting you as well. It is simply a mirroring of what is going on inside you. Okay? So, yeah. Basically expel all devil attitudes, any defeatist attitude as well, like, oh, poor me, I cannot do anything and I'm trapped, well, what are you gonna do? No, just keep praying for it, you know, keep wanting for it, keep talking to the universe that, yeah, okay, so, well, I'm stuck in an unfortunate situation, but I like this and I want this, I want to do that, and I feel like this, ooh, this is going to make me feel hopeful and excited, and all those awesome things. That is shifting to high vibrational. That does not mean you neglect everything that is not making you happy. Of course, you can't neglect and forget about it, but you're focusing more on the things that do make you happy, right? So choose love, choose hope, optimism. That's 3 of Wands there. And believe that the things that are coming through now are going to help you out in the next phase of your life. All you need to do is take it. Okay? So if you want a personal reading, you can always reach me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. If you enjoyed the reading and the messages helped you out and resonated with you, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in some of my other videos. Until then, take care. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Thank you so much for being here. You chose this tiger's eye crystal. It's so awesome. This crystal is used to, you know, remove evil, you know, negative thoughts, maintaining clarity of mind, also cleansing the space, kind of absorbing all the negative vibes as well. It is known as a protective stone too, apart from obviously the, what do you call that? Tourmaline, black tourmaline. Yeah, this is really good for improving the thoughts, the mindset, bringing more and more clarity into your space, making decisions unclouded by emotions, and using better judgment, basically. Okay, so the mental capacity is really, really enhanced here. Yellow, again, also the brown is kind of grounding, so it makes you more practical oriented. The yellow here is associated with the solar plexus, of course, and that is, again, related with your confidence and your practical behavior, the competence you have, the confidence as well, all those things. A lot related with vitality. So first, in order to instill vitality, you need to remove the negative things that kind of hold you back. That always applies for any crystal, of course, but yeah, that's what all of that stands for. So that's why you could be drawn towards all of this crystal. I mean, you could be drawn to those qualities of the crystal. So let's find out some guidance as to how you can balance your life more. How can pile 4 balance their life, please? Okay, we got 1 card. It is also associated with creativity. Or this does not restrict you to, you know, making some art form and music and dancing and all of that necessarily, but it is also about how you can deal with life more creatively. So how you organize things, how you manage things, and stuff like that. Some more information, please. Can I have some more guidance for pile 4? How can they balance their lives better? Pile 4. the tiger's eye. Pile 4, tiger's eye. Pile 4, tiger's eye. Okay, so we have Osprey. Your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Yeah, success as well is related with the tiger's eye. It's also a crystal of good luck. Okay, we also have a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. So it can be literally a creative project as well for many of you, or the next work you do, or you're kind of applying for other jobs, or you're trying to look for other colleges. Perhaps you're deciding to switch your field, whatever it may be there, or even start a new hobby. Actually, it doesn't matter how you're going to express this, but rather, you know, what it brings into your life. And what it brings is plenty of feelings of abundance, a lot of success, for emotional success, mental success, spiritual success, and just growth and abundance, and just a lot of learning, all of that. Okay, so in all, it's super positive. And this new job or project that you get into, this can require you to have some creative problem solving skills. Okay, that could be one of the requirements. And yeah, that's where you're going to exercise all of this, and it brings you more into your own balance. Is there anything else? Anything else for pile 4? Okay, we're just gonna get you some tarot cards then. How can pile 4 be more in balance, please? In their everyday lives, how can they be more in balance? Okay, we have the 6 of Wands. This is again success, victory, being seen, building that reputation. This is also the card of social media influencer, being celebrated for the work you have done, for who you are, for the way you present yourself. Everyone's like kind of applauding you and kind of patting you on the back, like, good job, you've come this far, you've made it, and you know, you've really put in the work, and you deserve all this appraisal that you're getting. You really did your work. So now it is time to embrace the success that comes to you, the abundance that comes to you. Just accept it, enjoy it, revel in it. The lady here, she is allowing to be celebrated. She's not shying away, she's not closed off. She's, you know, you can see her walk towards more of a center stage here, right? And everyone's here in the background, and the spotlight is on her. So you are being a star. Okay. Oh, wonderful. We have the Page of Wands next. So again, this is a lot about expressing your creativity and not being shy to do so, feeling youthful, very, very inspired. You have that spark within you kind of lit up. You're able to let your hair down, let loose, and have fun. Okay, taking inspired action, feeling curious about what else is there to explore. What else can I do? What more can I bring into my life? It's so jovial. It's so wonderful. We have the Moon card as well. So this is about connecting with your intuition. There are also some unseen forces working in the background that are going to bring you all of this. This is kind of, the allow the abundance kind of sticks out over here. Perhaps some of you have some, you know, trouble receiving, like you kind of question, do I really deserve it? Or you have that subconscious feeling of undeservingness or unworthiness when some type of blessing comes in, even though you have worked for it, right? But yeah, that is sometimes a case, like, did I receive my rewards too early, and perhaps I'm not ready to you know, receive and accept all of these appraisals. That can be a concern for a lot of you, but this not a lot, but for some people, this is more of a subconscious thing, so it's not necessary that you are even aware of it. But yeah, if you are, then this is something that's there, and the Osprey is encouraging that no, you do deserve it. You have done the work for it, so you know it's okay. But take note of the fear or insecurity if that pops up, that feeling of not allowing. Take note of it, and kind of tell yourself that, well, why do I feel like that? Why do I feel as though I don't deserve when I definitely do? And that is something to be tackled, something to deal with. It's a bit of a shadow work, but it's not going to escalate into something very, very painful. It's just something to take note of. But more than that is things that are kind of in the background, unexpected, unseen, so you don't know how these things are going to come about or unfold. You might be like, huh, okay. You say, you as in me, I'm saying, you know, all the success and all this creative stuff, but perhaps you haven't even thought about it. The moon is like, yeah, you don't know, but it is coming. Okay, that's kind of the case. And we have plenty of eclipses, you know, right here. So yeah, if you're watching when I'm posting, obviously, but this is a timeless reading anyway, and in all cases it does apply that it is something behind the scenes, behind the curtain, and you don't need to know each and everything in order for things to unfold the way you want them to. Okay, more cards, please. How can pile 4 be more in balance? Okay, we have 4 of Pentacles. Again, this is trouble receiving, clinging on to the old ways of being, and clinging to the past as well. It can be something that disrupts the flow of things that want to come your way, but you don't need to hold on to very, very old things, because the new stuff are just as exciting. They are just as amazing, and actually more. It is going to bring you alive. Okay, you can see the difference between these 2 cards and these 2 cards here, right? If you divide them, you can see the difference. So it is really important that you allow all of this success to come in and boost you up, okay? Increasing your confidence and all of that. Okay, how can pile 4 be more in balance? Is there anything else? How can we be more in balance, please? Pile 4. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So again, this is starting a new creative project, a new project in general, starting a new job as well, a new career path, kind of planting the seeds, and it will bear fruit later. But you're, you know, setting down new roots and a new beginning, a new opportunity, financial prosperity as well. Avoid any type of greed or materialism, because that really inhibits the amount you can grow, because that shows that you don't have faith that things will grow. Allow things to pan out as they will, because everything has a way of working itself out. Okay, so let it happen how it does. The plant will sprout from its seed only when it is time. Even if we are standing there and looking at it forever, it's still not going to sprout until it is time, right? So make use of that seed. Be inspired by that first seed of, you know, your thought and that new beginning, the tangible resources that come your way. Make use of them. Feel inspired from them. There's a lot of inspiration coming through with these wands over here. Right, so take inspiration, move forward with it, trust that everything is going to work out there, and yeah, it will. Right, so any form of too much materialism, sticking to the past, or any type of clinginess, like she's holding onto this money purse, is not recommended at all, because yeah, I already told you, it's something new that's coming through, and you need to embrace the new. There's also looking back and being like, oh yeah, in the past I have not been able to save, and I've never had material or financial security, so I have to cling much tighter now in order to ensure that what happened in the past does not happen again. It's great to learn from the past, but taking it to the point where you're not able to open up to a completely different story as compared to the past is something that inhibits your personal growth, and spirit does not want that. Right, so okay, we're going to get you some astrology cards. How can pile 4 be more in balance, please? How can pile 4 be more in balance? This Ace of Pentacles is literally the Osprey card. Your success is now at hand. I just noticed. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That flew out. Again flew out. Again flew out. One more card. One more. 2 more cards. Okay. No problem. So we have Mars, passion, anger, action, courage, desire, and competition. Again, very related with the tiger's eye crystal there. Living your passion, doing what you like, taking action, making use of the inspiration, like I said, you know, to move forward with things that actually inspire and make you feel good. This instills a lot of courage, the tiger's eye crystal, I mean, and you will receive that much confidence with whatever is coming through. And the more you embrace it, the more you feel it. Okay? Then we have the sun, ego, stamina, consciousness, and father figure. So the sun, this is an astrological definition, but the sun itself is real bright. It's illuminating. It is bringing you clarity, which is the anti-moon, right? So there is a lot of positivity, hope, and there you have a really good energy level. Sun is fiery, of course, and we have a lot of fire there. So again, reiterating, Mars is as well super fiery, plenty of fire, so that's a lot of creativity, a lot of inspiration, plenty of energy levels. Make sure to channel it correctly in a way that benefits you, that uplifts you, rather than in destructive means, because fire can be, yeah, both constructive and destructive. So keep that in mind. What are you fueling? That is something you need to think about, because Mars in itself can get really, all over the place. It's just super energetic, and that's why it is necessary to kind of channel Mars. Anytime there is, in the sky, when Mars is way too liberal, I feel very antsy and very strange, because, yeah, in my birth chart it is naturally kind of suppressed. So in the skies, in like the transits, when Mars is like too happy, I'm like, oh god, this guy's gonna just come out and play. I'm going to get irritated at every turn of life. Oh no. But then I always give it a project to, stay busy, since you have too much energy, just do that. Don't bother me, right? So Mars needs some type of channeling, and I actually get a lot of stuff done when Mars is active. But if I don't do anything to, utilize that plenty of energy, then yeah, I do get very angry and irritable. So make sure to use all this very constructively. Okay, we have the 12th house, which is closely linked with the moon card. So some fears that are holding you back, that's something you need to look at. What inhibits you from receiving? Perhaps it is the 4 of Pentacles, the fear of losing things if you let go. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. That's not what is going to happen. Things that are meant to be yours will not leave you. You need to realize that for yourself. You can exercise it with little small things to see for yourself. But yeah, you need to really analyze, where is this coming from, and trying to hold on too tightly, that type of thing. Because exactly, that's something to look at, is a subconscious fears kind of. Also, oh my god, I did not mention this. The moon in the 12th house, you can get all these inspiration that I've been talking about with this creativity and stuff via your dreams. Okay, so you're dreaming about something, and all of a sudden the dream gets cut, and then you see some other scene which is very memorable, and then the dream cuts again, it's over, and you're back to the previous dream. That happens sometimes. So that in-between portion is like an important message that just had to come through, and it's usually very vivid. Okay, so when you have those dreams, make sure to write them down. Remember them somehow, maybe in a text or some notes or whatever. Journal if you have any. And yeah, that is going to be something important. You may get some strange shapes and colors that just really go well together, and that inspires you to create some art or something, some type of movement, water swirling, anything at all. It can be anything. Water, I said, because the moon and the 12th house is very related with water. So we have water, earth, and fire. Okay, then we have Capricorn. This is slow and steady wins the race. Okay, this is about perseverance, discipline, soldiering forward no matter what. Okay, so it's like you've done the work, you have built the foundation, you have gone through your troubles, and now it is time to enjoy your success. And if this is, obviously depends where you are in life, but if it is you starting something here, then this is suggesting that whatever you're going to start here is going to go the distance. You're going to be very invested in it, and it is important for you to have a healthy mindset in order for it to flourish as best as it can. Okay, like I said, you can't expect it to just bear fruit immediately. It is going to sprout only when it is ready to sprout, and that is the lesson of Capricorn as well. It takes time, but it will deliver fruits, and it is going to deliver amazing fruit. So it is absolutely worth it. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race. That's the message here. Capricorn is also naturally placed in the 10th house, so this is also very closely linked with career. So accolades in the career place, appraisals, raises, promotions, all of those things are definitely possible. Perhaps watch the career reading I made recently. That can give you more insights if you're more invested in the career side of things. And yeah, if this is associated with creativity, as a hobby or something, as a side hustle or something, then that can as well go the mile, but it's going to take a while in either case. But you're going to enjoy it so much, and you're going to receive a lot of compliments on your work. So it will all feel worth it. The journey itself is going to be a lot of fun, so we don't mind that. Okay, we have Sagittarius, which is again a fire sign, but it is mutable, so that's really good, because everything is fiery. This kind of gives you a little bit more give. Mutable is like, yeah, I can, I'll adjust according to, lifestyle and all of that. But Sagittarius as an energy is very optimistic. Again, it is very light, in that sense, in the outlook, because it has a wider perspective. It does not look at short-sightedness, and when you look at the bigger picture, you can really kind of see what you hold valuable. What is your philosophical belief system? What do you follow? What is your spiritual understanding of things? What is your wider view of what the world works like, and so on and so forth. It's like wherever you go in the world, people are still the same. Everyone feels sad, everyone feels hungry, everyone feels thirsty and happy and all of those things. And it doesn't matter what country you come from or what continent you come from, because ultimately you're going to have these basic needs. That's the idea of Sagittarius, okay? It's all uniting. It is all understanding. It's overall, right? It's also about big visions, big plans, kind of looking ahead and seeing where is it that you want to head. Where is your target? This arrow here, what's your target? What is the kind of life do you envision for yourself? And what can you do about it today? That's Capricorn. So having that far vision to give you an idea, and then coming back and seeing how you can start to create that, right? So it is Capricorn with the Ace of Pentacles with the potential of the Six of Wands in the case that you're starting now. Wow. Awesome. I feel like I talk non-stop, but it just keeps coming, it just keeps coming, and I have to get it out. Okay. What does pile 4 need to hear right now? Whenever they watch the video, what does pile 4 need to hear right now? That's too many cards. But this one just kind of stuck out, so I'm going to take this. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. That is the moon and the 12th house over there. Again, look at these topics that we already talked about, but you need to feel the feelings in order to really get deeper and deeper. If you try to immediately avoid it or mask it with some other thing, then it's not exactly healing, it's just suppressing, right? So anytime you're triggered, it's just going to keep coming back out, and why do you need that? Nobody wants that, right? So might as well deal with it, get it over with, and be happy. Because there's plenty of happiness and hope and optimism coming for sure. Yeah. Okay, then we have 3 more cards. So, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So you could be drawn to pile 3 as well, because they got this oracle card. Yeah, so this is about letting go of past. That's the 4 of Pentacles. What has happened in the past is now going to repeat today. Okay? Not in the exact same way, Not like that. If you have learned your lessons, the tough times are not going to repeat. You have learned, let's say, the importance of saving, the importance of, not being a spendthrift, and that was the lesson you needed to learn. And that's okay. That's done. You learned it. Great. You will always make sure that you respect your resources and any gains and finances you receive. Right? So you don't need to fear that it is going to go away again. Yeah? So that, or people, or career situations, in any context, this always applies. You let go of the past's denser energies, any types of guilt or shame or revenge or anger, irritation, any of those things. It's time to let them go because it's due. Okay? And that could be something that is also living below the triggers as well. Okay, so take a look at what that might be. Okay, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. That is related with the with Sagittarius, which is like super spiritual, religious, and connected also with like higher education and all of that. But it gives you a broader view, a bigger insight, all of that. And the moon is connected with the Pisces, which is also placed in the 12th house here. And also with your intuition, with your dreams, all of those things. So it connects again with a lot of spirituality. If you're involved in spiritual work, let's say if you want to build your career in spirituality, then this is just an excellent, spread over here. But this again is reminding you to listen to your intuition and, do whatever it takes to get closer to your own consciousness that is becoming more and more aware of who you are, what you're capable of, and what you are here to do and create. Okay, so that's something important that can make you feel a lot more balanced. So having a little bit more of spiritual influence in your life can help you feel much, much lighter about yourself, because automatically you start contemplating on what holds you back and all of that through meditation or prayers or anything that you wish to follow. And that's how we kind of cleanse and deal with this healing section. And we have another eye. A lot about third eye. Plenty of intuition, a lot of clarity of sight, of thought, the way you see things about the world and all of that. Okay, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Exactly. So again, going back to the Four of Pentacles, the way you used to see the world and the way you used to experience the world is no longer going to be the same when you build a spiritual foundation for yourself, uninfluenced by external circumstances that were true before. Right? So leaning on faith, and also, certainty. The certainty is very much this here, Capricorn, and faith is Sagittarius. You need to combine both of them. Yes, you need to take tangible steps. You need to create something. You have to take action. That you cannot manifest anything without any of that. Right? It's come on. Right? But also you need to keep faith. You cannot, just because you're practical doesn't mean you also have to be cynical. Right? Rational is not equal to cynical, but it's always a combination. That's what makes us feel good. So this is reiterating that. Again, a lot of purple, so that relates with the crown chakra, connecting spiritually, all of that. Okay? Whew. Okay. So that was your reading, pile 4. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, you can always connect with me via my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you again in some of my other videos. Until then, take care. Bye.